So this is a story when I started a necktie business from the ground up. It was called Brooklyn United Ties. I started it right out of my Brooklyn apartment. And it started off basically me making ties for myself. I was making custom ties. And I basically started getting compliments on my suit. Like I would wear my suit and ties around town. I would wear them to work. And I started getting compliments on them. And then from those compliments that I was getting, they actually started to want to actually buy the ties. So at first I was like, no, I wasn't, kind of selling my ties because I wanted to be the only one with, this particular custom tie. But then I started thinking, I was like, you know what? I'm starting to miss out on a lot of money because, I'm not selling these ties. So I started to count every day, if this person would ask me, I'm like, damn, so that would be $50, that'd be $100. I started to count. So I was like, wait a minute. I was like, maybe I should start, wanting to try to sell these things. And plus, at that time, my quality of ties, wasn't really in a sellable condition because I was, trying to do it myself. I was trying to, I had some people helping me, but then I end up going down to the Mood store, the Mood fabric store. It's on 32nd Street or 33rd Street in Manhattan. And I was looking for some quality fabrics. So I end up buying some fabric. And I'm in a laundromat one day. And I'm like, you know what? I was with the seamstress. She's the one that she does if I have a hole in my pants, she'll stitch my pants up. So I asked her one day, I was like, yo, do you know how to make ties? And she said, yeah, of course I do. If you bring me the fabric, then I'll make you a tie or whatever. So I ended up going back to the Moon store. I got some more fabric. I ended up going back to her. She ends up making me a couple ties. And, a long story short, I end up, wearing those ties around town. I wear them to work and people want to buy them. So I started selling those ties. I ended up taking the money from the customer first, and I would go and make the tie, and I would keep the spread. And then my operation started to expand when I think I was in church one time, and the pastor introduced me to a president of a college, and he was like, I hear that you're making ties and neckwear and stuff like that. He was like, can you make some for my alumni class in my college? And I told him, yes, of course I can. But, at that time, I couldn't make that many ties. I didn't have a big, a manufacturer behind me or anything like that. So I had to kind of find this stuff. So, once I agreed with him, I had to then kind of hustle and figure out, okay, where am I going to find, a place that can make me 10,000 or 20,000 ties at one time. So I found a place. I ended up partnering with a place. So I ended up getting my first college contract. And, long story short, I ended up making 10,000 ties for this college. And then from there, other colleges heard about it. And then my company name, Brooklyn United Ties, was known. So I started doing partnerships with the American Cancer Society, YMCA, John Jay College of Criminal Justice. And it just kind of spread from there. And it was just basically just an idea that I had in my Brooklyn apartment. And it was kind of hard. I was just like learning. There was a lot of failure along the way, but I was just doing it one step at a time, and I was just learning. As I would go, I would learn. It was kind of stressful, but I feel like, when you constantly learn, you take all those intangibles and you can really prosper from it. So, yeah, that's basically my story of how I started that business called Brooklyn United Ties.